Hey, what's up, humans? Welcome back to Hogwarts Legacy. In the last part, we did one of our trials. The second one. So now we're doing the third one, or at least getting to that point. So let's go.
I've been studying Salazar Slytherin's spellbook. Meet me in the Undercroft. I found something.
I was waiting for you to say that last time. Owl Post. No demiguises to speak of.
Revelio.
We gotta speak with some people.
I had a friend who once went to a muggle doctor. It's the truth. She'd fallen over in Piccadilly Circus visiting a relative.
Powers should be kept in the oldest pureblood families, like the Blacks. Wouldn't want riffraff running things. That's what my mother says. What do you think Black's wife is like?
So now it's winter. So let's see what's up with the winter scheme here at Hogwarts. Everything's a lot wider. That's up. I want to go down.
Revelio.
Took some practice, so do listen closely.
I need to go outside for this one.
Just keep our heads about this. Go on.
Winter. I feel like I've been wearing my winter gear all year long. Frosty?
Arresto momentum. Defender. Expelliarmus. Repulsor. Levioso. Glacius.
throwing snowballs at me. Conversation must be had in there. Professor Howen.
Could you remind me about the reason for the assignments you gave me, Professor?
Completing the tasks will ensure that you're ready to learn Bombarda, the exploding charm.
Thank you. Much appreciated. So we gotta capture another animal, another beast for our collection. Doesn't look like we're going terribly fast right here.
Revelio. This could prove dangerous if I'm not careful.
Incendio. Arresto momentum. Defender. Repulsor.
Okay then.
Revelio. Arrest the momentum. Assignment's all finished. Protego!
Ready for Bombarda.
There's so much we don't know about beasts. So...
Excellent work today. Class dismissed. I take it you're ready to learn your new spell.
I completed your assignment, Professor. I'm ready to learn Bombarda now.
Good. Now, this spell comes with a caveat. It should only be used when necessary. The exploding charm, as you might suspect, can hurt people. Use caution when casting it.
It may be inappropriate.
Is this something we should be learning in school?
Better for you to learn it in school, where we can instruct you properly as to its use. Now, you must be precise in your wand movements. We don't want you blowing your hand off. Go ahead. Nice and steady wand movements. Remember, the exploding charm is highly volatile. Well done. Now, let us put it into practice, shall we? Go ahead and try it on the pumpkins.
Bombarda!
Excellent wand work. Cast the spell just like that every time. Assured and in control. Textbook execution. Bravo. Excellent. You have it well in hand.
Bombarda!
Pumpkins.
Professor, might I have a moment?
Yes. What is it?
I was wondering what inspired your interest in magical beasts.
Are you considering some sort of profession in the field?
I haven't decided quite yet, but I do find magical beasts fascinating.
You do seem to engage well with the beasts in class. I believe that when choosing a path, particularly of a scholarly nature, one must take into account both one's enthusiasm for a particular subject, as well as how one may best serve the students to whom one is obligated to both inspire and teach.
Of course, Professor. When did your path become clear?
I recall it quite vividly. It was the summer between my 6th and 7th years. I read in the Prophet about a wizard who'd been selling alchemy eggs and disappeared in the mountains near my home. I knew of the alchemy, of course, from my studies, but they are native to lands east of here, such as India. I wondered if it was possible that an alchemy could be so nearby. Hence, I went to find it.
What type of beast is an alchemy?
It is a spectacular beast. A feathered, winged serpent-like creature that can grow or shrink to fit a particular space. Its eggs are made of pure silver, hence the desire to trade in them.
Seems quite a challenge finding an Occamy in the mountains.
It was. After a few days, during which my parents grew increasingly annoyed at my absence, I found what little remained of the wizard egg trader. He was near a tree hollow. And there, inside, was a nest with 7 silver Occamy eggs.
What did you do with them?
Nothing. Beasts are to be valued for what they can provide for wizard kind. Protective clothing, potion ingredients, even wand cores. Only poachers see the value in ending a beast's life for galleons. I left the eggs alone. I hid. And moments later, the beast flew right over my head. Breathtaking. She then seemed to all but disappear as she shrunk to fit into the hollow.
That sounds incredible.
Indeed. I knew in that moment that I needed to understand all that I could about beasts and ensure that wizard kind learned to benefit properly from them. Now, I trust that I have answered your question. You would do well to continue your study of beasts, regardless of your chosen path. Beasts and all that they provide will vastly improve your life, and perhaps one day even save it.
I shall remember that, Professor. Thank you.
I got a bunch of beasts. Deke wants to speak with me about my beasts.
But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
That was still a long time ago, Poppy. I have Highwing, by the way. Highwing is with me.
When you have a moment, please come and talk to Deke.
Hello, Deke. You wanted to talk to me?
Indeed. Deke thought you might want to learn how to build a breeding pen so that you can breed beasts.
Can't I simply rescue them?
I don't know, Deke. Sounds a lot of work. Can't I just carry on rescuing beasts?
Rescuing and breeding beasts go hand in hand. Young beasts are particularly vulnerable to poachers. Breeding beasts here in the room will allow us to keep the younger ones safe.
I see. What do I need to do?
First, bring a pair of beasts to the room. One male, one female. Deke suggests rescuing Thestrals, as they're at great risk from poachers. Noble creatures, but their relationship with death gives them a bad reputation. They're prized by poachers for their tail hairs.
I've seen Thestrals before, but where would I find a pair of them nearby?
Deke has seen some wild Thestrals not too far from the Hogwarts grounds. Then you'll need to purchase a spellcraft for the pen from Tomes and Scrolls and gather the materials it requires. Once you've rescued the Thestrals and you have the spellcraft, you come and find Deke.
I'm pretty sure I have all that, but it's going to want me to catch 2 more Thestrals. So we'll buy this stuff. I think I have money.
Take your time looking about. Plenty of wonderful books to stoke a curious mind like yours. Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Now we can conjure a breeding pen in the room. Best get back to Deke with the Thestrals.
Let's look at what we have, shall we?
Sell a bunch of shit. We don't need any of this.
Let me know if there's anything else I can do to help.
Oh, okay.
Working on not working. They were out of 1,000 magical hearts and combat.
You're back. Nice to see you again. What are we looking for today?
Okay.
Thanks for stopping by. Hope to see you again.
Nothing else for me there.
I've rescued the Thestrals and bought the spellcraft for the pen.
Excellent. Now, to breed your Thestrals, simply release them into the same vivarium in which you conjure the pen. Then use the pen to start the process. Come and see Deke when you're finished.
I shall. I wonder where I should conjure their pen.
Oh, here we go again.
Deke never grows tired of the room's surprises. We now have the perfect place for those Thestrals. Please let Deke know once you've bred them.
The room of requirement just keeps changing.
I'll look after you.
Those guys would like a swamp better than here, so let's move the Toad and the Thestrals over to the new one. We gotta breed them to save them. "30 minutes. They're breeding.
I've always said that travel broadens the mind.
Alright, Sebastian, you wanted to talk to me about...
You'll never believe what I've learned.
What you've learned? Better be good.
What did you discover in the spellbook we found in the scriptorium? Salazar Slytherin's spellbook was a little difficult to interpret, but fascinating. Evidently, he encouraged teaching dark magic at Hogwarts. Neither the Imperious Curse nor the Killing Curse was unforgivable during his time. He believed students should be prepared to use dark magic when necessary, not to fear it. That's why we had to use Crucio to gain access to the scriptorium. He didn't want his knowledge shared with anyone who was afraid of the power of dark magic.
It was hard to do, but casting Crucio was our only option.
And I'm glad we did it, because in the spellbook I also found something else. References to a lost relic, which, from what I can tell, grants the holder the power to reverse dark magic curses.
And you think this relic might be able to save Anne?
Precisely. I plan to search for this relic, but I don't think we should tell anyone. Especially Ominous. He wouldn't understand.
We need to tell him. He's the reason we found the book, and he deserves to know what you've learned.
You've seen how he frets about the dark arts. I promise, I'll tell him when I found the relic. When I know more, I shall send an owl. And don't feel sorry for Ominous. Keeping this to ourselves for now is for his own good.
I'll decide what's for my own good.
Told you.
Ominous, we were just about to get some air. Care to join?
You're a liar, Sebastian. I heard everything. You swore you'd never engage in anything to do with dark magic again.
No, I didn't. I said I understood you wanting that. I'd never swear to give up on finding a cure for Anne.
You don't know when to stop, do you?
I know when not to stop. Leave this alone, Ominous. I'll be on my way.
I am not letting this go.
Ominous, Sebastian meant well.
I appreciate you telling Sebastian not to keep this from me, but going after that relic is not a good idea. Sebastian doesn't even realize it, but he's as irresponsible and reckless now as his parents were years ago. It's why they died.
I knew his parents died, but I never heard what happened.
Mr. and Mrs. Sallow were professors. Spent nearly every waking moment in the cellar library. Noses buried in books. Anne and Sebastian were upstairs when it happened. They heard a sudden crash and ran downstairs, but it was too late. Their parents had crumpled to the floor. A defect with the lamp in the cellar caused the room to fill with an undetectable toxin. Sebastian and Anne were helpless. They had no magic yet.
What a horrible story.
It is. That's why I can't understand Sebastian's recklessness. I've practically lost Anne. I cannot lose Sebastian too. Please avoid anything to do with that spellbook.
No promises.
Those references in the book seem promising.
Everything to do with Salazar Slytherin seems promising until it's too late. I hope Sebastian pursues this no further, but if you think he might, please let me know. It would mean a lot.
We gotta stick together. So if he's doing it, he's not doing it alone. We will help him. Okay, Sebastian. Sebastian needs our help, Ominous. I did not just call you Sebastian. Relax. Wasn't me. Yes? Buddy?
My mother used to say I was lazy, wouldn't pick up my toys, she said. Her own fault for teaching me Accio. Who needs keys when you know Alohomora? I wish I'd paid more attention when I was at Hogwarts.
What are you painting?
There was a time.
Is Highwing all right? Natty told me what the two of you did.
Highwing's fine. I'm keeping an eye on her. She's safe, Poppy, I promise.
Good. Whatever the poachers are up to, I want Highwing far from it.
You said you had news about the poachers, and that some of it had to do with me.
It did. I overheard them talking in the Hogshead, and did you know that they have orders from Victor Rookwood to capture you on sight? Does this have anything to do with Rookwood and Harlow coming for you in the Three Broomsticks after the troll attack?
It
was
does,
ages
somewhat.
ago.
But at the moment, I'm more concerned about what else you heard the poachers are up to.
Fair enough. But I hope you'll let me know if I can be of help, especially after what you did for Highwing. Does the name Horntail Hall mean anything to you?
I'm afraid not. Why? What is it?
The poachers' best kept secret, apparently. The name came up twice, but they never went into detail. I also overheard one of them bragging about all the gold they're making, at the expense of innocent creatures, undoubtedly. The poachers spoke of this area, and I thought if we searched around a bit, it might give us clues as to what they're doing. If you ever meet my gran, this trip never happened.
Keeping things from Gran, are we?
I normally tell her everything. She might be my best friend after Highwing, but she knows how I feel about the poachers. I think she worries I'll do something ill-advised.
Whatever gave her that idea?
This way.
So there's a running theory going on in my head, but these guys are probably going to interrupt me. What's the main story?
A centaur. Tread carefully.
An entire castle to roam, yet you choose to wander here.
Please, we don't want any trouble. We're simply passing through.
Do you take us for fools? That we do not notice more and more of your kind around here, in league with the poachers?
We aren't involved with them. If anything, we want to see them stopped.
I hope for your sake that is true. Our kind is swiftly losing patience with the poachers and those they work with.
He was certainly a charmer.
That could have gone worse. Centaurs aren't exactly fans of wizard kind, and the poachers aren't helping matters.
But why would he think that we had anything to do with poachers?
I did notice the poachers talking with a few villagers in Hogsmeade. I'm not sure why. Perhaps that's why the centaurs are suspicious.
I don't want to get interrupted in the middle of my theory. So let's just get to the end of this mission and then I will say what's on my mind.
That's the third time I've seen a dugbog behave that violently.
It seems that a lot of beasts have been more aggressive than usual lately.
I've noticed that too. It's almost like there's something in the water.
Revelio.
This is odd.
What is it?
Not entirely sure, but look around. If the poachers were here, perhaps we can find out why.
Okay. Looks like I'll have the ability to speak. So we're talking about the main story here. Talking about Rookwood and Ranrock and what's been going on and with the world here, the story here. So the very first thing that we did in this game, besides read the TOS, was come to Hogwarts. But as we get further into the story, we have Professor Fig and I, and I forgot that other guy's name, but he died because of dragon. But also Fig's wife has died. Looking into this, he didn't really seem that distraught about his wife dying in this investigation. And then we go out and, because we don't really have a choice because we took a port key somewhere, and then we were exploring that. We go to Gringotts, we come back, and he's all about figuring this out and bringing me with him. Now, do not spoil it in the comments. This is just my thoughts, my theories on what's going to happen. Of course, being a BioWare fan, that probably makes my judgment a little bit not relevant. I don't know. But I don't know. And also because it has to do with my experience with Harry Potter, which you wanted to know about. So in the Harry Potter story, there's always like someone new to the castle who's teaching, who just happens to be working for Voldemort, right? And we find out later, and then it's a big reveal. Oh, I'm working for Voldemort, right? Well, what if Professor Fig is working with Ranrock? That's my theory. It's just really strange. I could be obviously wrong, but we shall see going into this.
Still smoking. They can't have been gone long.
Revelio.
But yes, you wanted to know about how I entered into the Wizarding world and Harry Potter. So I will tell you. Let's get out of here. Come on. I was introduced to the world of Harry Potter. My parents bought me the first book and the other books, but not all of them. I don't know how many books there are. But I know that I've read, I want to say that I don't know if I actually read Deathly Hallows, but I do have that book. But I think I've just read up till that point. And then I would say the same goes for the movies. I definitely didn't see the Deathly Hallows movie. Or if there's two parts, I don't know. Game-wise, I own the Lego Harry Potter series, I guess, because it put it back out on PS4 as a collection both, you know, years 1 through 4 and 5 through 7 are in this collection. I have not played them, and oh yeah, and I saw the magical beasts and where to find them, 1 and 2. I would not consider myself to be a Harry Potter fan. Just so you know.
Pelts. Poor beasts.
It's a lot of pelts.
Why wouldn't they take their cages with them when they left?
Because they didn't leave.
Revelio.
This is goblin metal. Seems out of place in a poacher camp. I should tell Poppy about it.
Anything interesting?
Poachers were here. All sorts of evidence. But I found something else. It's goblin made.
I found goblin armor. Let's keep searching, but carefully. Merlin only knows what's going on here. I don't have a good feeling about this. How do goblin and poacher interests align?
Look, down there.
Definitely poachers. No creatures though. So what are they doing out here?
Let's take a closer look.
They won't be happy to see us. Should we use disillusionment? Or perhaps a less discreet approach?
Hard to say from up here. Let's get a better lay of the land.
Might I remind everyone that a wizard's sharpest tool is his mind. Perhaps best to shun that.
Thought they were going to continue talking.
Haven't a clue why there's such a fuss over poaching. There's enough beast flesh for everyone.
Call out for me all you want. I shall be offending this boiled in Hogsmeade. Tiger!
Arrest them with a black. Defender, Hogwarts don't go down easy.
Reduction!
Accio. Repulsor.
Tiger! Confringo!
Bombarda.
What have you done?
Defender. Accio. Repulsor.
No! Confringo!
Accio. You will not survive this fight!
No, thank you.
Accio. Repulsor. Bombarda. Confringo! I could do this. You would have killed. Come now. You're embarrassing yourself.
Expelliarmus!
Was that meant to be an attack of some sort? Incendio! How does that feel? Incendio! Thought you had me there.
Do it again.
Protector! You'll need to be quicker than that.
Bye-bye.
You'd think they were guarding the Minister for Magic himself. What is going on here?
Only one way to find out.
You don't want to know. You're going to be very, very involved now, too.
Revelio.
Let's get the whole school involved. You can't kill us all. That would look suspicious. So this is going to be another one of those tents that's too big on the inside.
What in Merlin's name?
Are those dragons?
It's a dragon fighting ring. This is Horntail Hall.
The name makes sense now, and secrecy.
No wonder the poachers were in Hogsmeade so much. Likely taking bets and spreading the word, given how crowded it is here. How could they possibly enjoy this? The centaurs have every right to be disgusted with wizard kind. There must be more dragons here. The poachers are far too greedy to run a fighting ring with only 2 dragons. We should take advantage of most eyes being in the fight and look around. But be discreet. You especially can't afford to be spotted.
So, you know me, I like to go loud. And a protected bubble so that they can't attack the audience. I guess that's fair. So we have to go around.
Revelio.
Have you heard from your family? Has either of your brothers come round to our way of thinking? Will they join us? I won't rest.
You dare slay one of my own! You will fall! You may want to Confringo! Caborso!
Revelio. Protego.
Take all the winnings. All these motherfuckers are leaving in bags. Look away. Said look away. You shouldn't have seen this.
had a brunch. Nice it was.
Did you hear those goblins? Ramrock and the poachers must be working together.
Poppy, something's going on behind you.
What's going on down there? They must have only just captured her. She's putting up quite the fight.
Not a fair one, though. Not with her chained up like that.
Let's even her up, shall we?
Yes, everybody's working together.
Look, they've got a dragon egg. Hebridean from the looks of it. We can't leave it here, not with the plans they likely have for it.
Gonna casually walk over here and wait. Now I can run.
Hello, Hamora.
You want to put this burning egg into your pocket there, Poppy? You could have your very own dragon now. That later I'll take from you, because that's how that works.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count.
Don't worry about me, Poppy. Though we should at least set stuff up here. Why not? Why not? I missed. Multiple dragons in here.
You're the one we're looking for, ain't you? You're afraid.
Hey, don't worry about me.
Let's get this.
See how you like it? Like to touch a dragon,
You'd be better suited for gardening than for battle. Back to the dirt. No one takes one of back for more. Love the bright child. Akio, survive this.
got there. Oh no, I've fallen.
All right, I have the egg.
Ready. The elements of surprise will only buy us a few seconds.
Let's make them count. Revelio.
You're the one we're looking for, and you, poor friend.
Stop right there! Let's get it.
Expelliarmus. Descendo. Defendo.
We don't have time. We need to free her now before more show up.
This may have been a bad idea.
I suppose we'll find out.
Stop them, help her.
This way.
Oh, that's it? We're not doing anything else in there?
That was a Hebridean Black.
I'm guessing the egg we have belongs to that dragon.
I don't think she knew they had her egg. She wouldn't have left without it.
What now? She didn't exactly leave us a calling card.
I don't know. Nothing about this day was expected. Not the goblins, and definitely not the fighting ring. The last thing I planned on was a dragon egg. And the poachers saw us, which cannot be good.
They're dead now.
Should we expect trouble from the poachers, given the trouble we just caused?
It would be foolish not to expect it. They're not a forgiving lot. I'm sorry to say that you likely have a larger target on your back now because of what we just did.
Since the dragon we freed flew off, does that mean we get to keep the egg?
I'd much rather we have it than the poachers, at least for now. But I don't think we should keep it indefinitely. It'll be hard hiding something like this from Professor Weasley for long.
We aren't helping ourselves standing here. Let's get to safety. We can sort this out later.
You're right. If there's anything the poachers are good at, it's tracking their prey. And right now, we're it. Be careful, won't you? I shall see you back at the castle.
It's time you learned the transformation spell. After you've completed the required tasks, which I'm certain will prove useful in finishing your field guide, attend my class to learn the new spell. Afterwards, we will discuss your progress thus far in the term.
Oh, there's a big dragon out there. And it is not pleased with wizards. That's not a good thing.
Potato!
Accio. Confringo. Depulso.
Had enough?
Petrificus totalis! What shall you
Benite.
do now?
Cruci.
That's just the beginning.
Expelliarmus. Glacius. Confringo.
Pay for your deed. To your knees.
Petrificus totalis!
Venite. Confringo. Depulso.
Petrificus totalis!
Defender.
Petrificus totalis!
Accio. Confringo. Depulso.
Petrificus totalis!
Confringo.
Oh, yes. Barely done any class, just killed a bunch of people. It's more than I can say about any other student here. While you were studying to be a good little wizard, I killed off a bunch of people. That's technically a crime. But who's keeping track? So we fly back to Hogwarts Castle. We should check on our breeding. So it has been 30 minutes. We have a little baby one now. Cool. Alright, Deke. Job's done. He's already fed.
My mother would like to speak with me. I believe she has learned about some of what we've been up to. I'm hoping she may be easier on me if you are there.
Can we meet at the Three Broomsticks? It may finally be safe since we rescued the dragon from Horntail Hall.
There you are.
I should let Deke know about the newborn Thestral.
Here's the thing. Whoops. We need to name these guys. Okay. I had ideas. Smaug. I don't know. You are the male. Ornstein. That's right. Ornstein and Smo. But it has been a great honor with these guys, but I think that we should rename those two because those just aren't good names. Lorelei. Your new name. Oh, I don't know how to spell this. I did write it down. Soluria. Considering you can't join me in the skies, Cloud, maybe your name should now be Ordovis. I spelled that right, yes. I need to speak to Deke.
Hello, Deke. You'll be pleased to know that a little Thestral was born.
How wonderful to have more Thestrals in our world. Such misunderstood beasts.
I'm sorry that we can both see Thestrals, Deke.
Deke is privileged to see such majestic beasts, but sometimes wishes Deke couldn't. Deke is to blame.
What do you mean, to blame?
Years ago, Deke's master ordered Deke to help him capture a phoenix, the rarest of all beasts, that master had spotted high on a cliff. The phoenix was the most beautiful beast Deke had ever seen. Deke begged master to leave her be. When Deke hesitated to climb up the cliff as ordered, Deke had to punish himself. As Deke punished himself, master grew angrier and angrier, and in his frustration cast at the regal bird. Deke suspects the phoenix was protecting eggs when it swooped down in fear and fury. Before Deke could reach him, master fell from the cliff. Deke stayed on that cliffside for days, punishing himself, before Tobbs found him.
It sounds to me as if your master got what he deserved.
Deke never wanted anyone to get hurt. Not the phoenix, not Tobbs, and not even master. Deke often wonders what became of that phoenix. Deke feels fortunate to be at Hogwarts now, helping you rescue beasts. Perhaps Deke can make amends for what came before.
Okay, so now we have another thing to do.
That book Professor Weasley asked me to find should be around here somewhere.
Revelio.
Looking for the book Intermediate Transfiguration.
Professor Weasley asked me to, get something from that book. May I have it?
Did she now? I'll give you this book if you humour me by answering a few questions from my quiz.
Quiz?
Some people call bits of knowledge trivia. I would argue that no knowledge is trivial. Hence, I have created a small quiz, just for fun, focusing mainly on the lore of the wizarding world. None of the other students will try it, no matter how many times I ask. They all say they have enough with schoolwork. Ugh, they don't value knowledge the way I do. Surely you're interested. I'll even start you off with a few of my easiest questions.
A quiz sounds like fun.
Splendid! Just a few questions and then I'll hand over this book. Let us begin. Before the invention of the golden snitch, which magical creature was used in a game of Quidditch?
The golden snigget?
The golden snidget.
Correct! The snidget was first introduced to Quidditch in 1269 by a wizard named Barbarous Bragg. Sadly, they're thought to be extinct. Next question. Which potion is commonly referred to as liquid luck?
Oh, I don't know. Allihotzi draft?
The Allihotzi draft.
I'm afraid the answer was Felix Felicis. Since it makes the drinker temporarily lucky, Felix Felicis is a banned substance in all organized competitions. The tale of the three brothers involves which magical artifacts?
Speaking of the Deathly Hallows, the tale of three brothers involves which one? Let's try it.
The Deathly Hallows.
Correct. According to Beedle the Bard, the Deathly Hallows consists of the Elder Wand, the Resurrection Stone, and the Cloak of Invisibility. Which ball in Quidditch is the largest?
The quaffle?
The quaffle.
That's right. When a chaser throws the quaffle through one of 3 hoops in a Quidditch match, their team is awarded 10 points. True or false? Polyjuice Potion allows the drinker to change species.
Well, it's poly, so I would think that that would be true.
True.
Actually, the answer was false. While Polyjuice Potion can be used to change things such as age or race, it cannot be used to change species. Well, I suppose this has gone on long enough. I'll put the book back on the pedestal now. If you're inclined to test your knowledge again, I have plenty more questions I could ask you. And I won't be giving you any more easy questions either. The next ones will be more difficult.
I'd like more questions, but how about this? You quiz me on Harry Potter, and I'll quiz you on Mass Effect. Let's see who can dive the deepest into lore and pull out just the craziest question that you're probably not going to know.
I'd like to answer more questions.
What governmental body directly preceded the Ministry of Magic?
The Wizards Council?
The Wizards Council.
That's correct. The Wizards Council disbanded in 1707 after the creation of the International Statute of Wizarding Secrecy, which required a more structured government to support its enforcement. Which dragon breed is the smallest?
Oh. I'm thinking it's the Peruvian viper tooth.
The Peruvian viper tooth.
Brilliant! Though the viper tooth is the smallest breed, averaging at around 15 feet in length, it is also the fastest breed and feared for its venomous fangs. Who founded the village of Hogsmeade?
These are just lucky guesses. I mean, you should have 4 up here, so it's a 25% chance of getting it, as opposed to 33. Quincy Hogg.
Quincy Hogg.
No, the answer was Hengist of Woodcroft. It is believed that Hengist used the 3 Broomsticks Inn as his home. The hide-behind was accidentally created by crossbreeding a ghoul with what other magical creature?
We're in questions I don't understand.
A demiguise.
Yes! While the hide-behind has the power of invisibility, those who have seen it have described it as a tall, thin monkey with silver hair. What is the only spell known to repel a letherfold?
Is a letherfold a creature? The only one.
The Patronus charm.
Well done. The only known survivor of a letherfold attack was a wizard named Flavius Belby, who was on holiday in Papua New Guinea at the time. Who published the law of elemental transfiguration?
I don't know. Why are we still doing this? Laverne de Montmorency?
Laverne de Montmorency.
That's incorrect. The answer I was looking for was Gamp. One of the principal exceptions to Gamp's law is that food cannot be conjured, though it can be summoned. What does the Hogwarts motto translate to?
Never tickle a sleeping dragon. Knowledge is the real magic.
Knowledge is the real magic.
No, the answer was never tickle a sleeping dragon. In Latin,
What?
the Hogwarts motto is Draco Dormiens Numquam Titilandus. Which magical creature is the only one known to produce eggs through its mouth?
Basilisk, can we stop, please?
The basilisk.
That's incorrect. The correct answer was the rune's paw. According to Parselmouths, each of the rune's paw's 3 heads serves a different function. The left head is the planner, the middle is the dreamer, and the right is the critic. Where is Ilvermorny School of Witchcraft and Wizardry located?
The Pyrenees.
No, Ilvermorny is actually located on Mount Greylock. The American school was founded in the 17th century by Iseult Sayre and James Stewart. What is the most powerful love potion known to wizard kind?
Oh, that was the American school. Amortentia?
Amatentia.
That's the answer. Amitentia smells differently to every person, according to what they find attractive. Such as dusty book covers, or... Are you interested in continuing on to the next round? They're my most difficult questions.
Not now.
I don't have time for another quiz at the moment.
That's fine. Come and find me if you'd like to try later. I put the book back on the pedestal for you.
Revelio ought to make quick work of this.
Book on Intermediate Transfiguration. This book is designed to help guide the student who wishes to pursue more complicated types of transfiguration. Professor Weasley often recommends it to her advanced students as a bit of light reading.
Professor Weasley's tasks are complete. I should attend Transfiguration.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. Well. It's always daytime here. Even when it's not.
Who would have thought someone had... Uncle Roland sends his best. He often asks after you and his owls.
There you are.
I haven't been called Puffskein Dunking once since you brought me that venomous tentacular leaf. I think I am actually braver.
Beautiful.
Goodness.
Settle down, settle down. Transfiguration, as you may be weary of hearing me say, is an exact science that can take a lifetime to master. But we needn't be daunted. Almost anything can be transformed if you can just perceive the potential within it. As I see in all of you, tremendous witches and wizards, every one of you. Or it could just be my eyesight. Now, you all know what to do.
God damn it. I'm really bad at taking these pictures.
Beautifully done. Class is dismissed. And remember, now is not the time to ease off your studying. OWLs will be here before you know it.
You wanted to discuss my progress so far this term, Professor.
I did. You seem to have had no trouble in getting up to speed. And frankly, excelling in your schoolwork this year.
Thank you, Professor. The extra assignments have been helpful.
As I suspected they would be. Now, it seems you've been making good use of the opportunities presented by your field guide. Of course, the guide isn't the only measure of success. I've heard that you were able to grow a venomous tentacula. Growing such a magical plant is an accomplishment of which you can be quite proud.
Thank you, Professor.
I will say I'm especially impressed with all you've accomplished in light of the rumors of your extracurricular activities. Was your extended conversation with Mr. Ollivander after you'd obtained your wand, or subsequent search of the owlery, connected in any way to Professor Fig?
I don't know how I'm going to answer this question. Not really. But why not say it now?
Professor Fig has encouraged me to explore when I can in an effort to complete my field guide.
I see. I admire your penchant for learning, but do remember that your classwork and field guide are designed to educate you thoroughly. It'll be the end of the year in no time, and you'll want to be well prepared for your OWLs. I'll provide a final assessment at that time to ensure that you're ready for your exams. Until then, well done. You are dismissed. If you wish to practice the spell you just learned, the training dummy is available.
How about we hide? I get a nice image of Professor Weasley. Why? Okay.
Glad to see you are paying close attention to my
Velcroft, something dawned on me about the triptych.
Defender!
The Forbidden Forest, and I'll explain.
Accio!
The helmet failed, but I have another idea. I think we may be able to find what we need at a goblin mine south of Hogwarts. Meet me there, and bring someone who speaks gobbledygook.
I remember me mentioning something about gobbledygook.
Confringo! Accio!
It warms my heart to see your interest in herbology, dare I say, blossom.
You got nothing else to say? He's like, oh, I regret using it. Uses it.
Give the book with all her test answers into an owl to stop students from cheating.
Well, we've made some considerable progress today, so I want to thank you humans so much for watching today. Hopefully I answered your question. And yeah, so we bred Thestrals, my shiny Thestrals, and we...
Who would have thought someone as young as me could save my uncle's life?
Okay, well that was me, not you. We saved a dragon.
I hate to see a creature get put down like that. But trolls have no business in Hogsmeade.
Okay, again, that was like episode 2.
There you are. The cross-wands duelist to beat.
Stop. I'm in the middle of my outro, guys. Being rude. Jeez. Okay. We learned Transfiguration and saved a dragon from the poachers. Not sure how the other dragons in the Hippogriff fared in that tent after we did that. And yeah, we did some things today. We learned Bombarda as well. And we talked with Sebastian about what he thinks is going to help cure Anne. And I said, do not keep Ominous in the dark about this. He needs to know. Because he's as much involved as you and I. And everyone's involved now at this school. Everybody. So we're all targets. So I think in the next episode, we're just going to keep going, see what happens. So again, thank you humans so much for watching. I'll see you Starside. Take care.